everyone, and welcome to NameHero.com. In today's video tutorial, I want to do something a little bit different than I've been doing and talk about how to set your pricing when you're a reseller web host. I just finished typing up a blog post, and it's called Don't Let Price Be Your Competitive Advantage. Throughout the web hosting industry, it seems like price is like a very important thing when people make a buying decision. It is that they want the lowest, people in general want the best price for whatever service or product they're trying to buy. So especially in the hosting industry, where there's so much competition, people want to know who has the best price, who offers the best deal. But if this is your only competitive advantage, you're going to find yourself really frustrated, especially when it comes to marketing your company. Over and over again, I get this question from new resellers when I talk to them on the phone. How can I compete with, insert this company's name, with this price? Or why would anyone buy my hosting when they could go to XYZ for this amount? So I can quickly spot a beginner when they ask these questions, because I want to say, well, who's your target audience? Well, people that need web hosting. Well, that's wrong. You need to actually figure out who it is you're looking for. Okay, yes, we all need customers that need web hosting. That's what we're in the business to sell. But who specifically is your target audience? Is it young kids? Is it businesses? Is it individuals? Is it companies? Is it large corporations? How much money do they have to spend? Who exactly are you trying to reach? If you just say, well, I need everyone that needs web hosting, that's who I want, and I'm going to give it to them for 99 cents for a year. Well, you're going to have a hard time with that, because people that, serious individuals that run legitimate websites and businesses, they obviously know that web hosting costs more than a penny or 99 cents, $1 a year, whatever, what have you. They know that it takes more than that. So you're going to eliminate yourself from that audience. And the audience you're going to find yourself getting is a bunch of fraudulent customers. You're going to find customers that want to run scams and spam, customers maybe that are kids or just getting started, which there's nothing wrong with the younger generation trying to get started. I was one of those myself. But you also get someone who doesn't know a whole lot and takes up a lot of your support time for $1 a year. And obviously you can't run a company making $1 a year for a hosting account and then offering them really good support. So when you're trying to set your reseller pricing, you need to first figure out who your target audience is. Who is it that you're trying to reach? I mentioned on here that I can go over to Web Hosting Talk right now, and I've actually gotten a browser, and I can go look through these hosting offers, and of course you'll see us here at NameHero. But I can go through some of these offers, and I can find out, who's the beginners and who are just getting started by looking at their price. And because there's a lot of companies in here that are a lot cheaper than NameHero, and sometimes people will call me out on it inside our ad there. I don't really care, because that's not what we're after. NameHero, I've said many times, and I'll continue to say it again, we're not the cheapest web host, and we never will be. That's not our business plan. It's not our target audience. We're a lot different than other web hosts, and we'll never have the cheapest hosting packages. But that's just because if we know that price will always be beaten. You'll never be the lowest, especially in the hosting industry, because there's so many out there. Someone's always going to try to offer a lower price. But it's different it's different depending on your business. So once you know your target audience, then you're not going to just say, well, I need people, whoever needs web hosting is who I need to sign up for my company, because that's wrong. That's not a target audience. A target audience is identifying your specific niche or niche, however you say it, wherever you're from. For example, if you look at the affiliate marketing industry, specifically, let's talk about the CPA marketing industry, because I was big in that industry at one time myself. Those individuals, they most of the time need a VPS, because they're running campaigns where they're buying traffic, and they have a lot of needs. So maybe that would be a target niche that you wanted to go after and market to, because you could market your VPSs to them and find a price point that would work. At NameHero, we do resellers. That's our primary target customer is resellers, and that's why I'm doing this video right now, teaching other resellers how to price your web hosting, because I enjoy working with resellers. I'm an internet entrepreneur for the last 2 decades, and the biggest thing I like about it is meeting other entrepreneurs and talking to them. That's how I spend my days here at the NameHero office. Is most of the time I've got my earbuds in, and I'm on the phone with potential new customers, and I'm talking to them, asking them about their business and learning about what they're trying to accomplish by reselling hosting at NameHero. And these conversations that I have stimulate most of the content that you're seeing on our blog here and throughout our site and on our YouTube channel. So that's who we focus on, and we've seen a lot of growth with that. That's our niche that we've carved out and that we're working on. Now, this doesn't mean that we're not expanding into other niches. We also target WordPress websites, more specifically the small businesses such as local doctors, attorneys, construction companies. We also target those as well. So you'll see on our blog and YouTube videos, we have some WordPress training aimed at helping those individuals and businesses to set up their site and manage it correctly. And then we're also branching out a little bit more with the launch of our new VPS platform. We're reaching out to those affiliate marketers and to those other individuals that need a little bit more computing power. We also host a wider range of very popular WordPress websites and Drupal websites that get a lot of traffic. So we are beginning to carve out those other niches, but our main primary audience has been our resellers. And so as that grows, then we can branch out. And I encourage you to do the same inside of your business. As your business grows, you start to branch out to other niches and other areas to where you can identify different target audiences. But so if you look through here at NameHero, you can look, here's our reseller packages. Now, even though I said don't let price be your competitive advantage, you also have to position yourself in the industry correctly. Now, you wouldn't want to set pricing that's extremely high, because if you do that, then you're going to count yourself out. Because what people are going to do is when they're looking for reseller hosting, they're going to compare you. They're going to look. So, like for example, at NameHero, I've got our page up here. Well, they might go over here to HostGator. And you can see HostGator's site's got all kinds of stuff here trying to stimulate discussion, but you can see we actually beat them on their pricing, but that's not by intention there. You can see that they offer 90 gigabytes of disk space for $24.95 a month, whereas we're $19.77. But again, that's not by design. It's we've positioned our prices based on where we see ourselves inside of the market. It's not just about beating HostGator. I've got on here that Bluehost, they actually exited the reseller industry, and they've given all that to Reseller Club, which again, it's all owned by the same company. So you can see where Reseller Club comes in here with their pricing, and they do a little bit better job than us. But again, we're different than Reseller Club. We have different features. We offer our resellers different stuff. So again, people are going to compare your prices to your competition, but that's not going to be a deciding point. It may be for some, but if that's not your target audience, then what's it matter anyways? If I don't want, personally at NameHero, I don't want the customer that wants the cheapest hosting package. I mean, it's no offense, and I just don't. I don't want the customer that wants the cheapest package. Is the customer that's going to come in and overwhelm our support. It's the customer that's going to come in and be and always be late on their invoice and have their account suspended because they don't have capital. And I understand that. From being an entrepreneur, capital gets tight. But there comes a time where you have to invest into your business, and you have to buy tools and services that are going to draw your business into that next level. So the customers that we work with at NameHero, if they have a problem paying, again, I do consider our prices very competitive, but if they have a problem paying the prices that we have listed, they can go somewhere else and find web hosting. And I don't say that in a way to turn away business. I just say that they're probably not our target audience if they can't afford the prices that we've set. It's just how it goes. It just is what it is. So when you're pricing your stuff, that's how you need to look at it, is determine your target audience and then determine how much you should price your products. And use price to drive individuals out that you don't want to service inside of your business. When I see the beginner web hosts offering 99-cent web hosting for a year, I always say, well, I really feel sorry for them, because they are going to get a lot of signups, because they're going to get the people that have very low budgets. They're going to get the people that are very just starting. They're going to get people that are hackers and scammers and people that are going to use a lot of the space. They're going to sign up. And then they're going to bog down your servers. They're going to bog down your support. So then when the other customers come that are actually willing to pay a little bit more, you're going to have a hard time finding this balancing act to service them, because how can you hire enough support techs to, when you're charging $1 a year or equivalent to a price like that? One thing I recommend to a lot of our resellers is to include this in a package. I think a lot of our target audience does WordPress development or website development, and hosting is an add-on. Not many of our customers just come out and say, well, I'm going to start a web hosting company. It's more often, I'm going to add web hosting to what I'm already offering. And I think this is a great idea, because this is where you can really see your ROI explode. I told a customer last week, if I was to start all over tomorrow, I would probably do that. I would probably offer more than just web hosting and get into the development, along with doing some search engine optimization and social media optimization, because the ROI gets really high once you get into that. And what I recommend doing is offering your customers packages. So you sit down and say, okay, well, I want to develop websites, but then again, I don't want to just develop the site and be done. So what you find is a lot of your customers anyways, they want meetings, they want updates every month. So you create a package for them that says, okay, well, this package allows us to create your social media accounts, update your site 5 times for the month, 1 face-to-face meeting, phone support for say $100 a month. You want more than that, then you go into our $200 a month package. Then you can go on up. And really, by doing that method, you can find businesses with higher demands. Let's say a doctor's office practice. Let's say that a doctor's office has a practice and they have multiple offices around a metropolitan city, such as Kansas City. Well, the chances are that they need a website for each one of those locations, or they need information. They would probably be willing to pay upwards of $300, $400, $500 a month if you're going to include web hosting, if you're going to include social media optimization, search engine optimization, and meeting with them and working with them. They're going to pay a little bit more than just your average Joe. And so that's what I recommend doing with your reseller business, is actually seeing where you can add this in and add it to your pricing accordingly. Now, obviously, I also recommend our resellers, charge a little bit more for your web hosting. I've listed many times our managed hosting environment that we have set up. So you have all the tools you need to be competitive with a lot of the managed WordPress hosts out there, such as WP Engine or Pagely. We offer many of those features that you can also offer your customers, and you can offer them kind of this premium hosting product, which will justify them paying more than $2 a month or what have you for web hosting. I put on here, don't guess, test. You're going to find when you're just starting your business or just start offering web hosting that you don't always hit the nail right on the head. You don't have to be right the first time. You probably not. Chances are you're not going to be. I know at NameHero I've changed our pricing a lot, but now based on running NameHero for the last 2 years full time, I can look at things, and I can look at the seasons, the time of the year, buying habits and buying and shopping patterns. And so I set our pricing according to that. I know my target audience. I know when they're coming in to buy. I know when they're not coming in to buy. I know our slow months. I know our busy months. And so I set pricing depending on all of that. And it's it goes down to basic economics. It's supply and demand and creating this different funnel and stuff, especially in our advertising. And that's what I recommend that you do. You're not going to hit it right. You're not going to hit the nail on the head the first time, but just keep testing it, and then you'll eventually find your sweet spot. And when you find it, adjust it. And that's what we do here at NameHero, is we find that sweet spot, adjust it a little bit, look at the sales numbers, look at the new signups, and kind of see where it comes in and where it puts us in the entire industry. There's always going to be more companies out there. So in conclusion here to this video, don't let price be your competitive advantage. At NameHero, ours is customer service, our high-speed infrastructure, as well as our reseller training. Those are 3 of our main competitive advantages. We want to offer a better customer service experience than the other hosts out there. We want to offer a faster hosting environment than other guys out there. And we also want to offer better training. We want to actually help our resellers be successful in their business, hence this entire video. So I encourage you to do the same thing. When you're coming out with your business plan, or you're starting to offer reseller hosting, come up with other reasons than just price why people want to sign up with you. Come up with other competitive advantages and make sure that coincides with your target audience, and make sure your target audience knows what your competitive advantage is, and kind of how you connect with them to be different. And then you'll find much loyal customers for many years to come. So I hope this helps. I want to end this. I end this with my blog post with a quote from Ray Kroc, and this is what I live by. If you work just for money, you'll never make it. But if you love what you're doing and you always put the customer first, success will be yours. This is what I live by, because I think anyone listening to this video can kind of hear the excitement and the passion in my voice when I'm doing this type of stuff. I really enjoy helping you guys all out. I want to see you be successful, and I want to see you grow your business. So feel free to leave me some comments, add me on Facebook, Twitter, comment on this video or blog post, and I'd love to give you some more advice. Other than that, stay tuned to our blog for more, but thanks for watching and using NameHero.com.